In the last video, we have discussed about vectors and representation of vectors. And in this video, we will cover the concepts of position vector and displacement vector. So to understand position vector and displacement vector, first we need to see what you mean by unit vectors. The concept of unit vectors is the most fundamental idea in the entire domain of vectors. And here I will define this unit vectors only for the purpose of defining position and displacement vector. We'll study more about unit vectors in the coming sessions. In the last video, we were analyzing the position of objects with respect to a coordinate system. And let us continue that, because in physics and concepts involving any mathematical ideas, it is much important to visualize things rather than by-hearting the theory. Even our ability to solve problems also depend on how well we can visualize whatever we study. Unit vectors. Consider a particle placed at this point. And we know to specify this position with respect to the coordinate system. We can say this particle is at a distance of 1 unit along x-axis or positive x-axis. Now if the particle is at some other distance, we can say it is so and so unit again along x-axis. So in all these cases, it is always difficult to mention every time along x-axis or along y-axis, etc. Instead of that, we could make use of a vector to denote the direction. Why? Because vector in itself contains the idea of direction. So here we introduce a vector such that it points towards x-axis. In the previous video, I told the length of the vector will give the magnitude. Here the length of the vector is nothing but 1 unit. So I can say the magnitude of this vector is 1 unit. And since it points along positive x-axis, we can denote it by a letter, that is I cap. So what is this I cap? I cap is nothing but a vector of magnitude 1 and it points along x-axis. If it was negative x-axis, we would denote it as minus I cap. It is read as I cap, or in some textbook you can also find the term I hat. Cap or hat, it means it is a unit vector. Normally to denote any vector we write a vector, but if it is a unit vector we can write a cap. This a and an arrow above it denotes a vector a, and if this a comes along with a hat or cap, it means it is a unit vector a. Now similarly, along y-axis we have a unit vector named j cap. So j cap is a unit vector which points the direction along y-axis, and along z-axis we have k cap. So I, j, k are nothing but unit vectors which point along x, y and z-axis, and all of them have magnitude 1. That is, magnitude of I cap is equal to magnitude of j cap is equal to magnitude of k cap equal to 1. And if we look at here, all these vectors have an angle of 90 degree between them. Now here we selected a distance of 1 unit. In case if it is more than 1 unit also, we can express that vector in terms of unit vector. Unit vector forms a base for all the representation. For that reason, it is also known as base vectors. Now considering a few examples, here the particle is at a distance of 2 units. So to denote the position, I can write it is 2 I cap. 2 means it is a magnitude and I cap means it is a unit vector pointing along x-axis. So whenever you see the term 2 I cap, we can understand that it points along positive x-axis. Similarly, in this case, it is 3 I cap. Now if it is along y-axis, here it denotes j cap. In this case, it is 2 j cap and finally 3 j cap. Now if it is along z-axis, it is k cap, 2 k cap and 3 k cap. But in this chapter, we will not account for the third dimension or z-axis. We are considering only motion along a plane. We need only 2 axes, so here we will not account for the z-axis or k cap. Next is the concept of position vector. Position vector is defined as the vector drawn from the origin to position of an object, or it is a vector which gives the location of an object with respect to a coordinate system. Let us try to understand with an example. Suppose this is the position of a particle at a certain time t, and I can denote this position as capital letter P. Now if I draw a vector from the origin to this position P, that vector is known as position vector. So here this vector OP is our position vector. Again I am repeating, position vector is any vector which gives the position of an object with respect to the coordinate system. Position P can be expressed in terms of both the x-axis and y-axis. So if it is at a distance of x units along x-axis, we can represent this position vector as x I cap plus y j cap. So that is how you represent a position vector. And here if we need to find the magnitude of the position vector, we can represent it by modulus of vector OP. And this magnitude is given by root of h square plus y square. Let us see some examples for position vector. Consider this to be a position of a particle. So here we can mark this point as point P. If I draw a vector from the origin to this point, we will get the position vector OP. Position vector OP. Now it is given by 4 units along x-axis. That is, I can write it as 4 I cap. Since it is along x-axis, there is no y component, or you can write it as plus 0 j cap. And if you want, we can also write it as 0 k cap. It is not necessary every time to write this 0 terms, so simply we can denote it by 4 I cap. That is the position vector. Now another example is this case. Here the particle lies along y-axis. This is the position. If you draw a vector from the origin, we will get the position vector, that is vector OP. Here vector OP can be written as 0 I cap plus 3 j cap, or simply it is 3 j cap. That is the position vector. Now next to consider the position of a particle at this point. And this point is given by 4, 3. It is 4 units along x-axis and 3 units along y-axis. And if I draw a vector joining the origin to this point P, we will get the position vector OP dash. And here vector OP dash is given by 4i plus 3j. So whenever we see any vectors given like this, we need to immediately imagine that how it orients itself in a coordinate system. Next is displacement vector. Displacement vector is a vector that tells how much and in which direction the object has changed its position in a given time interval. For example, consider the position of a particle at time t, and I can denote this position by capital letter P. Now if I draw a vector from the origin to this point, we will get the position vector, that is OP. Now if this particle undergoes a displacement for time delta t, the new position will be this one. And I can denote this particular position as P dash. If I again join a vector from the origin to this point, we will get the next position vector, that is OP dash. Now here displacement vector is given by joining the initial position and final position. That is, if I draw a vector such that it starts from P and end at P dash, that is our displacement vector. So here the displacement vector is given as vector P dash. And we can easily find this vector by taking the difference of final point minus initial point. Or if we need the magnitude, we can just take the modulus of this vector. Now let us see an example for this case. So at time t, the position of a particle is at here, and it is given by 2, 3. Now if I join a vector from the origin to this point, we will get the position vector, that is OP. I can write vector OP is equal to 2 I cap plus 3 j cap. After time delta t, if this particle undergoes a displacement, the final position will be here, and this point we can denote it by P dash. It is given by 6, 4. And if I again draw a vector from the origin to this point, we will get the position vector at final position. And we can denote it by vector OP dash. And it is given by 6 I cap plus 4 j cap. Now if I join this initial point and final point, we'll be getting our displacement vector. So here the displacement vector is the vector p dash. Vector p dash is the displacement vector. And we know that displacement only depends on the initial and final point. It doesn't depend on the path taken by the body. It can take any infinite number of paths between these 2 points. But the final answer only depends on the initial and final point. And mathematically it is given by the final position minus initial position. So here the final position vector is given by vector OP dash minus the initial position is denoted by vector OP. If I evaluate, it becomes 6 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 2 I cap plus 3 j cap. Now while evaluating unit vectors, we should always add or subtract the like terms. So here the like terms are 6 I cap and 2 I cap, 4 j cap and 3 j cap. Grouping the like terms together, we will get 6 minus 2 times I cap plus 4 minus 3 times j cap, and that is given by vector p dash is equal to 6 minus 2, it is 4 I cap plus 4 minus 3, it is 1 j cap. So this is the displacement vector. Now if I want to find the magnitude of this displacement vector, it is given by modulus of vector p dash, or it is simply square root of 4 square plus 1 square, that is root 70. That is how you find displacement vector. Now here this displacement vector actually means that this particle has moved 4 units along the x-axis and 1 unit along the y-axis. So this is 1 unit along y-axis and 4 units along x-axis. That is the actual meaning of displacement vector. Again I am repeating, by seeing position vector or displacement vector in this form, we must be able to visualize how these vectors orient itself in a coordinate system. Then only the study of vectors becomes more interesting and easier.